This is a video by Richmond. Today we're working on a Volkswagen air-cooled 1600 dual-port engine. And what we're doing today is we are doing a tune-up. Now I'm going to skip the spark plugs because everyone knows how to replace the spark plugs. So we're going to concentrate on changing our points and condenser in the distributor. First thing we need to do is get any of our vacuum lines out of the way. Now the next thing we need to do is take the distributor cap off. You're probably replacing your distributor cap. Now the cap is held on by these little spring clips on the side. You can use, some of them are tough, you might need a screwdriver. Let's see if I can get this one off by my fingers. Now when you replace your cap, just take off one of your spark plug leads. You might want to replace your spark plug wires also. So take one at a time and transfer them over to your new cap. Now, next thing we need to do is to remove the green wire from the coil to the condenser. It's right here. There's no voltage here because your key is off. That wire right there. So we need to remove that. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the distributor from the engine. And of course we're not going to touch the clamp that clamps the body to the engine. We're just going to remove the clamp from the engine. That way our timing doesn't get disturbed. And the reason we're doing that is that the bolt on the back for the condenser is very tough to get at. I like to do it this way. Just take the distributor out, put it on the bench, and then I can change everything over. Now to remove the distributor, we have to remove this 13 millimeter nut and washer. Not the other 10 millimeter bolt, but that one right there. Alright, we're going to remove that 13 millimeter nut. Now the washer we're going to leave there because it's very difficult to get in there and get it. So what I do is when I pop the distributor out, I leave the washer and be very careful. Okay, there's the nut. Now the washer, see, it's just too darn difficult to get in there, so I usually leave it, except this time I flipped it out and got it. Normally I leave it there, but I got that one pretty easily. Now, to remove the distributor, a lot of times we have to use a screwdriver right down here and pry it up out of the engine. Now let's see if this one needs prying or it will just come right out. No, it's going to come out with a little wiggling. Now pay close attention to where your rotor is, so when you put it back in, you'll give you an idea of where it goes in. Now see, on the bottom of the distributor, the drive right here, here's the two little lugs, and you can see that she's off center. So it's only going to go in there one way, and that's the way you took it out. Do not move this clamp right here. If you move the clamp, well then your timing is all screwed up. But if you don't touch the clamp, you can get it right back in. Your timing will be just the way it was when you started. Alright, now let's replace our points and condenser. Now we got the distributor out, and I've made this little fixture. It isn't much of a fixture, it's just a piece of 1/4" stock, and we bolted it to that. So now we can work on our distributor. I don't want to put too much pressure on it because you could bend that bracket. Okay, now we'll just take the rotor and just pry that off. Inside here we have the points right here, and the wire goes over to the piece that goes through the body for the condenser. So let's remove that wire. And we have one screw in here that holds it to the plate, the breaker plate. Normally what I'd like to do, they have a special tool for that will, my father has it, that grabs a hold of the screw, but we'll just pick it off just like that. Alright, now that we have our points out of the way, we can remove this screw right here that holds the condenser. Try to keep your screws separate. Alright, now there's a piece over here that holds the condenser in. And it's a small screw. Here is the little piece. That's what it looks like. Now we should be able just to remove our condenser. Just like so. Okay, let's clean things up a bit here. Clean the old cam lube. Off the cam. Alright, now this one right here has a wick right down the middle. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, let me move this over so you can see that wick right there. That's to lubricate the centrifugal advance mechanisms. I'm pretty sure. I should know, but if I'm wrong, somebody will tell me, but I'm pretty sure that's for the centrifugal mechanisms. So what we're going to do is we want to give it a little lube. So we're going to use this product right here.